Hello again YouTube, Jon Woon here from the Royal Astrologers, here to bring you our Friday's installment of the free question and answers. Let's dig right into today's segment, alright? Now, first up, we've got a question from AJ78 and he asks, Dear Jon, my girlfriend and I just broke up. I've been into many failed relationships and I really wonder, will I ever find true love or that Mrs. Right? Well AJ, currently the Lord of your 5th house, which rules love and romance, has actually gone through transit into your 12th house. This has brought about that momentary breakup, but that does not mean the end of the world, because based in your chart as well, it's showing me signs of a very delayed relationship. So you actually have to be more matured in your life to begin something very serious that you can settle down to. Keep your hopes up, because this Mrs. Right is actually just around the corner for you in the year to come. So I would, if I were you, I'd be preparing myself and I'll be forgetting about all the bad times and really keeping myself positive for the next one coming ahead. Okay? Next up, we've got Dennis, and Dennis asks, would work be looking good for me in the coming months ahead? Well Dennis, yes, because Jupiter is actually going through transit of your 1st house in the year of 2011. So this is bringing about a surge of energy and a wave of new opportunities for you. Brand new windows will be opening and you have to take this one chance, because the next time this comes around will actually be 12 years. So you don't want to miss this cycle. So bear that in mind and have a good working year ahead. Okay Dennis? Next up, we've got Carol. And Carol asks, Jon, I'm feeling strange vibes at nights, like the feeling of shadows of someone watching me. Why is that so? Well Carol, first and foremost we have to study into your natal chart. That of which we have Neptune in contact with the Moon. Neptune being a planet that rules mystics, the spiritual, of the unknown. And the Moon being of your physical body and of your emotional body as well. Thus this has put you actually into quite a good union with the spiritual world. Don't mistake this for being of a ghost whisperer of sorts, because I can understand if this is very frightening to you, and it is for most people, for most first-timers. Now the one trick you have to understand here is that they are everywhere, and they are perfectly harmless, and they mean you nothing of ill intent. So go about your normal day, and just rest assured that this is actually a gift that's been bestowed onto you since birth of this spiritual connection. But it'll be only later in life, according to your chart, that this gift will actually reveal a deeper meaning for you. Okay, Carol? So hang in there, alright, and keep calm. Now, our last question for today, we've actually got from Jake11, and Jake asks, my neighbors are giving him real problems. They're into constant fights every time they meet at the driveway. Why is this so? Should I move house? Whoa. Okay, Jake, first and foremost, taking the current transiting chart into perspective here, Mars is actually in contact with Venus in your 4th house. This has brought about, your neighbors. The 4th house rules neighbors, your neighborhood, anyone that lives next to you. And Mars is an aggravator of sorts, something that feels agitated. Venus is a planet that rules possessions or position. So it might be, according to your transition, it might have been sparked by a certain possession that you have come to own, or a certain status that you have worked yourself up to be, that has caused a bit of friction with your neighbor. It could be a contradiction of opinion, or it could just be plain out simple jealousy. My advice to you would be to sit your neighbor down and to listen to your neighbor first, to just to get to the bottom of it first. Because through every outburst of anger and physical violence, if you will, there's actually a deeper hidden meaning that's actually very simple to solve. And sometimes sorry and I understand is the magical words that they need to hear. Well guys, with all that said and done, we've come to the end of this segment on the 1st of October. I hope you guys have another great week ahead, and remember, if you've got more questions, please post them on email to astroq@royalastrologers.com. I'm Jon Woon, and I'm looking forward to be reading your new messages.